Hello everyone. So today we're basically gonna go through kind of like a quick kind of like predictions for UFC Fight Night Cannonier versus Borralho. And yeah, no. So basically just gonna be an entire yap session. So after that, we're gonna go to the prelims. First up, we got Wan Chong versus Vittorio Leonardo at women's flyweight. So Wan Chong basically like had like she basically had her debut last fight, and she's basically going against Vittorio Leonardo, being the opener for the kind of like the card. Um, just from like looking at kind of like what it is, so it's just kind of like okay, like she wins her fast quickly, but against like someone like Victoria Leonardo, maybe it'll probably be like a quick match. Because again, it's like with like second matches, kind of like everyone's gonna be like, oh, we got like the up and comer is gonna win, but at the same time, it's like that's also because we're also looking at more of like inflated stats, kind of in a way. Because we look at it, it's just kind of like yeah, no, like they don't defensively 0. It's kind of like probably because fighting like cans. And Smith average doing 9.78 per 15 minutes. It's kind of like get kind of wild. And she also is a humongous favor to like win this match. And honestly, I'd probably rather agree with it. Not just because of the fact that just like it's more of like the second win. It's more just because if I just look at like the size and like the reach. I feel like it's something that needs to be kind of considered because it's like women's flyweight is like everyone's gonna be like small. Like everyone's already gonna be like small, and like so like any kind of like size difference kind of matters. So I feel like with like a difference by like 2 inches and a 6 inch reach advantage, I feel like Wang Chung is gonna win this match. Honestly, and I feel like it might be a little bit of a snoozer fight. Okay, I read through this before, just trying to figure out how to pronounce the name. Zygomantis Ramaska versus Nathan Fletcher for featherweight bout. Okay, so no, I'm not trying to look at this man's particular card. No, I'm not interested in this. I'm interested in this. Okay, so both are having debuts. Oh God, the size. 5'11" versus 5'7". Okay, so we got we got a little featherweight over here, and I got like kind of like a very tall like featherweight. Okay, so I mean like we basically have like submission specialists versus like all around just a finisher. So it's like yeah, no, there's not really like much stats to kind of go off of. Like hey, they don't even have odds up for those. So I mean like personally, I probably would go for Ramaska just because the fight again, it's just like the size difference. Yeah, like he has one more win, one loss than Nathan Fletcher. However, I feel like just given the fact that like he wins a lot by knockout, well Nathan wins a lot of his matches by sub and also has the decision. I think it just means like he's gonna be like a little bit more like aggressive of a fighter, and I feel like he could just overwhelm him. Specifically hiding behind like that reach. That's honestly my take of it. Again, dying. Women's bantamweight fight. Jacqueline Cavalcanti versus Josanna Nunes. We actually have odds this time, so we actually have odds. -230 versus +190. And I can see why. Coming off a loss, coming off a win. That's a subway 6 inch difference in height. But the weight's kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. 8.5 pounds like over is kind of like a little wild, I ain't gonna lie. And it being like 6 inches, but only like a 3 inch like reach difference is also kind of crazy. Got some like long limbs, and also just like the leg reach too is also kind of like 4 inches. Makes sense. A lot of high differences in legs. Um. Okay, so we got some KO and decision merchants over here. 15-minute fight average versus. Okay, so this is gonna be a long ass match, honestly. Okay, so like just based upon this, like I'm already gonna give the striking advantage to like Jacqueline over here. But like grappling? Hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so people think it's gonna go to the decision. Okay, so personally, probably gonna go with Jacqueline over here, just because the fact of just like it just like you just can't teach size. This is basically gonna be like her just like little sissing Nunes over here. That's honestly what I think this match is gonna be. Vyacheslav Borralho versus James Lontop. Lightweights. So we got two lightweights over here. Okay. Both coming off a loss. Very similar, like, size, I would say. However, it's just like James has more wins. Let's see what those wins are by. Okay, so we got KO artist over here with a decision. Then we got pretty balanced KO to decision like ratio with a submission there thrown in. Similar fight time. Okay, he gets more knockdowns, so that's kind of thing to consider. Okay, so less strikes thrown but better defense, and then just glass cannon from what it looks like, more of a glass, and then just okay, so slightly better takedown defense. Both kind of like mid takedown defense, honestly. And then, yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go against the odds of this and saying that James is gonna win because I just think with just like, because yeah, he throws less strikes, but he also defends more of them. So I think he's probably gonna try to like get like a pretty good, just a clean like shot right to the chin, straight to the beard, and I think that could probably like at least stumble him a little bit. Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's kind of like a fair take. I think James is gonna win this. Honestly, going against the odds with this one. Let's see if I'm right with this. Zachary Reese versus Jose Daniel Medina. Had to pause a little bit because I didn't know if I had a cough coming. So yeah, no, still recovering from a little bit of sickness. Okay, so we got a debut and a win. Okay. Damn. Big middleweights. Got nothing on like the reach of it. Okay, only except the fact he's 6 feet tall. That's all we got. Okay. So we got a finish master over here. Pause, and then we got a knockout specialist. Let's see who has better like strikes. Okay. He. Okay, so Jose probably has crazy power. One strike landed a minute. 20. Like what? This man probably sets up a lot of jabs and just him with like the most diabolical overhand right or like overhand in existence or like a check hook. That's all this has to be because there's no way we can get past 1.6 strikes landed per minute. This actually makes more sense. This actually seems like a more reasonable one. This is kind of crazy. This guy has to have crazy power. Damn. That's a lot of submissions. I think I'm gonna give it to Zachary for this one. I think he's gonna win because like, um, I just honestly think kind of win. I feel like there's more reasonable stats to go for this, but I also feel like if this were to go to Jose, it would have to be from like a crazy, just like one hit like knockout punch. Like that's all it has to be really. There's no explanation of this. And then finally, the headliner for the prelims is going to be Dennis Buzaka versus Francis Marshall. Okay, very similar size, except Francis has longer reach and longer legs. So, already going to give a slight advantage to Francis, honestly. Oh, he's a decision merchant. He's a submission decision merchant. Kind of crazy. Absorbs a lot of hits, lands a lot of hits, defends a lot of hits, doesn't throw a lot of hits. Find the reach. Okay, so I think I'm gonna give the slight edge to Dennis because of this 9% significant strike differences, and like I think it kind of balances out with the defense differential, and I think Lance kind of like mitigates absorb. I think that's kind of like my opinion. Okay, so we got some good takedown defense over here. Good pretty good with the takedown defense. I think this could be like honestly like a decently like standing fight. I think this will probably be more of like a dog match really. And I'm gonna give the slight edge to Francis. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Francis really. I think that's kind of like a fair decision. I think because if he can like go behind the reach and then just kind of like try to at least like set up like a takedown to go into like a submission kind of. I think that's when we can do it. However, like if Dennis can just like stuff the takedowns, I think he could probably win by a knockout. I think so. I think he can. Yeah, as long as I'm gonna take for it. Overall, kind of like a all right prelims, honestly, pretty solid prelims. We have to wait and see how the others go. And then for the main card, we got starting up. We got Edmond Shabazin versus Gerald Meerschaert. Off facial hair alone, I'm giving this to Gerald, but we'll wait and see. Oh, lost 17 times. However, has a Reese advantage, so that's pretty solid. That's kind of good to know. Losing the leg reach, so that's kind of questionable. Loses in the height a little bit. A little heavier, so pretty solid. A lot of sub. Oh my god, this is like two polar opposites fighting each other. So we got a submission specialist and we got a KO artist. Let's look at the strikes. Okay, pretty pretty balanced in strikes landed a minute, kind of. Only like a .42 difference. However, significant strikes favors Edmond. Absorb per minute kind of favors Gerald, and then defense favors Gerald. So I call this like a wash on defense. Let's see the grappling. Oh, they're both pretty solid thing, but however, Edmond has a better takedown defense. Huh. Hmm. I can give this to. Probably. I'm probably gonna give it to like slight edge to Edmond because I favor the takedown defense to keep the match standing to kind of set up like a KO. However, if it's like if Gerald can get him down, then it's like I think Gerald's gonna win pretty easily. I think it's just a battle between like if this match goes to the ground. Neil Magny versus Michael Morales. Not Miles Morales, Michael Morales. Alright, so we got Unk versus Youngin. Oh god, they're feeding Unk to the Youngin. 16-0. Yeah, it's gonna be time for Unk to call it wraps. Oh, this is the knockout guy. Oh god. Oh, okay, so God, this is like just a better striker. Overall, just a better striker. Let's see the grappling. Yeah. Yeah, I see why they favor Michael over here. Or Macau. Want to get like technical, but you can play technical if you want to. However, the size of Neil Magny could be an issue because 3 inches is like pretty solid height difference. I would say. However, the fact that they have like very similar reach to height difference, I think, kind of mitigates it. So, yeah, it's still gonna be Michael. Michael is gonna win this match, probably by like KO. But yeah, no, it's kind of a travesty defeating Unk defeating Unk to the Youngins. Kind of travesty. We're gonna take his ranking too. He's gonna take his ranking too. That's gonna be crazy. Okay, computer, you gotta load, man. You got to load, man. Come on, load. Let me swipe. Okay, now it sounds work. Okay. Khan Olfel versus Moran Santos. Okay, well, coming off debuts, um, pretty even, pretty even from what it looks like so far. Um, okay, KO subs decisions. Let's look at the difference. Some stats. Let's see. Off of vibes alone, giving it to Khan over here. I think Khan is gonna get this just off of vibes. This is a vibe pick. Khan's winning it. Khan's gonna win it. I'm gonna refuse to elaborate otherwise. Next up, again, is they can load. Robert Valton versus Ryan Loader. Get low, dude. Stick and load. I would greatly appreciate it, honestly. Damn. Coughing up a storm over here. It's horrible. Okay, come on. Load, please. Please load. Please load. Come on. Come on, you better load. Go ahead, just refresh. You better load. Come on, Peter. Let me try to redo this. Better load. Better load, computer. Come on, man. You got this. Come on, computer. You got it. Better do it. Come on. Come on. You got it. Come on. 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 Okay, so this thing's being a bitch and doesn't want to load. I'm basically gonna go Ryan Lauder, America. No further explanations. Or I can just click this reload. It doesn't want to work. Okay. Angela Hill versus Tabitha Ritchie. Can this thing load? Okay, now it's not reload now. Okay, now this thing load. Okay, go back to it now. Okay, because we can actually load. Okay, both on debut. Black AOs versus submission. Kind of expected. I'm still going America. America all the way, dude. Yeah, no, like, fuck the Nine Tails tattoo on the stomach and whatever this is. America all the way, baby. Going for it. That's the vibes. Okay, so now back to Angelina versus South Richie. My apology, ladies, for interrupting. 17, 13, 10 2. Okay. So off of this alone, I'm favoriting Tabitha here. I'm favoriting it right now. Long match, okay. Long match. Okay. Um, striking favors per. I favor Tabitha striking. Grappling. Oh yeah, no. Tabitha Richie. It's hmm. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna go with Tabitha here. Probably by submission. And next up is gonna be Jared Cannonier versus the leader of the Fighting Nerds. I think is what the name is. Let me look at the team's name because I don't want to be disrespectful. What was it? Yes. Ah, yes, the Fighting Nerds. That was as Carlos Pratt testing it. And yeah. Yeah, this is Fighting Nerds, Jim. Okay. 17-7 for Jared coming off a loss. Bullshit loss, but still a loss. Against Kyle Borralho. 16-1 and 1 no contest. Okay. Yeah, he may have the reach, but Jared is swole. The Killer Gorilla. Swole as hell. Knockout artist. He has a lot of knockouts against this pretty balanced fighter in terms of his finishing and that stuff. We'll look at striking. Yeah, I'm giving Jared the striking advantage with this one. I honestly think it's gonna fight. He's probably gonna win. Also, Free Spirit neck tattoo goes kind of crazy. That's kind of like a major pause right there, dude. I don't understand why he got it. However, takedowns, yeah, obviously very good for Scott right there. And odds, Jared is the underdog. Me personally, I always enjoyed Jared Cannonier as a fighter. I enjoyed him watching him in his brawls. I think is a little disrespectful by saying he's the underdog by this margin. Now, if you were to say like this was the odds for it, I would say yeah, that's pretty respectable. But like this is a little crazy, I would say. For the main reason of experience, it just the size, just the width of Jared, I think, and just the power behind him, I think could put Kaio down. However, I also do understand like the grappling difference is just so much greater to the point where I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a rear naked choke and just kind of like just chokes him unconscious. But yeah, I think this will be kind of like a fun match either way. Hopefully, I want Jared to win because other than that, like this card is pretty average. Dying. Pretty average. Pretty. I feel like this is a pretty like solid fight night card. Pretty solid overall.